There is a financial storm headed our way, and apparently, no one seems to care. We are talking about a fire that could burn everything down. It is the retirement crisis, a ticking time bomb that's changing the game of life as we know it. Politicians and business organizations are coming after your retirement. Why? Demographic decline. There are more retirees than people in the workforce, putting an economic burden on a shrinking group of working adults. In this video, we'll navigate the stormy seas of this crisis, exploring how it will limit the life you've envisioned after years of hard work, and why can't governments seem to find a solution. To understand the current situation, let's go back 150 years when retirement was born. In 1889, a German chancellor introduced the concept by paying workers over 70 to step aside, averting potential unrest. Fast forward to the 1929 Great Depression, halting this newfound retirement bliss. The 1935 Social Security Act emerged to shield older Americans from poverty. By the 1950s, the American dream of leisurely retirement thrived. Yet, the catch was, when Social Security started at 65, life expectancy was just 58. As advancements extended our lifespans, the retirement plans started to dwindle. Now, let's dive into the Social Security maze. Currently funded through a 12.4% payroll tax, it might seem like your money is tucked away for your future, but here's the twist. It's not a personal savings account. Your contributions go to today's retirees, and when you retire, it's the next generation's turn to fund your benefits. It's a bit like a financial relay race, but not as smooth. In an ideal world, a growing population and rising incomes would sustain this system, but reality check, population growth is slowing, and incomes are barely keeping pace with inflation. By 2023, the Social Security Administration will tap out its excess reserves, able to cover only 77% of retirees' full benefits. Yes, that's a red flag. Now, let's talk about the big three issues at the surface. First on the list, poverty. The Census Bureau reveals that 44% of baby boomers are hitting retirement age, and by 2030, the largest retirement-bound generation will all be over 65. Here's the kicker. 43% of those aged 55 to 64 have no retirement savings, and 30% of those over 65 earn less than $27,000. Many end up financially reliant on their children, creating an unforeseen burden that our financial system isn't ready to handle. Now, let's shine a light on the second piece of this financial puzzle, the savings gap. Here's the stark reality. Many Americans simply aren't saving enough. In fact, it's not just a gap. For some, it's more like a canyon. A recent revelation shows that half of Americans have zero, zilch, nada saved for retirement. Now, if you're in the 50 to 54 age range, only a third have managed to stash away more than $100,000. When we look at all households, not just those with retirement accounts, the typical working age household is juggling a mere $3,000 for retirement. That's not even enough for a decent vacation, let alone a secure future. Now, let's talk about those on the brink of retirement. The typical near-retirement household is hanging onto a modest $122,000. Sounds like a decent amount, right? Wrong. When you consider their current assets, a whopping 92% fall short of their target. People are living longer, and it is a positive development, but it comes with its own set of challenges. Longer life means more years of health insurance costs, and those costs are not exactly hitting the pause button. They're on a steady incline, adding financial strain to the already complex equation. Adding to the mix is the lack of access to retirement plans. Millennials, the workforce of the future, are having fewer children, which means fewer contributors to the Social Security system. Retirees are finding themselves stuck between a rock and a hard place, their savings falling short and the safety nets not as secure as they once seemed. This situation is dubbed as the sandwich generation, a whopping 23% of people caring for both aging parents and young children simultaneously. And here's the kicker, without more nursing homes, American retirees might find themselves relying on their cash-strapped millennial children and Gen Z grandchildren for support. So, why is this a big deal? Now, let's cut to the chase. Retirement budgets are on shaky ground. America's population is aging rapidly, and the entire economic landscape is about to feel the impact. The solution? Well, it's likely to have a ripple effect on all you tuning in. So, here's the reality check you came for. A recent report reveals that the American dream now comes with a jaw-dropping price tag of $3.4 million. Some might argue that this could be cheaper, but regardless, the message is clear. Costs are rising fast. The reality is, unless you prepare now, you might find yourself left behind. Now, let's cut to the chase on the retirement crisis. The future holds a combination of scenarios, none of them sounding particularly rosy. Firstly, brace yourself for the possibility of reduced social security benefits. It's not an improbable scenario. Second, the government might play the card of increasing the retirement age, a move designed to pay out less money in the long run. And the third option on the table, get ready for potential tax hikes as the government grapples with the deficit. Don't dismiss these possibilities. History teaches us a lesson. Back in 1983, when Social Security faced a deficit, an agreement was reached to raise the full retirement age from 65 to 67. Fast forward, and life expectancy has jumped from 74.6 to 79.5. So, it's not a stretch to think they might push that retirement age even higher. But wait, there's more. A recent proposal is increasing Social Security taxes on those earning over $400,000 a year. Meanwhile, inflation could catapult top earners' Social Security benefits to almost $5,000 a month. And yes, they could even trim the amount you receive in retirement. Social Security Board of Trustees hints at an immediate reduction in benefits by about 13%, an immediate increase in the combined payroll tax to 14.4%, or a mix of these changes might be on the horizon to ensure the full payment of scheduled benefits for the next 75 years. So, here we are at the crossroads of retirement planning, and the choices you make today can redefine your tomorrow. Nearly a quarter of every generation has faced the harsh reality of aging without the means to retire. But here's the deal, you have the power to change that narrative. Experts believe that relying solely on the government is too risky. Taking control of your money is key. Save diligently, live below your means, acquire skills to boost your income, and do it consistently for decades. There's always the live for today argument, but you can live for today while budgeting for tomorrow. Finding a balance is crucial. There's no point in living like a hermit just for the sake of saving money, but neither should you blow all your cash at the expense of your future self. Investing in your 20s is psychologically and financially advantageous. The sooner you start, the more valuable your money becomes over time. To retire comfortably with a median income of $50,000 a year, aiming for $1.5 million is a good bet. If you are starting in your 20s, invest $416 a month. Or if you are 10 years late, bump it up to $950 a month. And if you start at 40, brace yourself for $2,300 a month. The choice is clear, take control early, and you won't have to sacrifice your happiness in retirement. So, as you navigate your financial journey, remember there's a sweet spot between enjoying life now and securing your future. Finding work you enjoy, saving responsibly, and investing wisely can lead to the best of both worlds. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. Thanks a ton for watching.